Hey there, gladiators. This is SOS-Stevi on Scandal, and this week we're doing episode 317, Flesh and Blood. First, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Debbie Allen, who directed the episode. Girl, you directed your face off. I mean, was she killing it or what? Brava, Miss Debbie, brava. And another big shout out to Miss Shonda Rhimes for the best playlist on television. I don't know if you know it, but Shonda picks out all the music herself. And from the very first episode in season 1, when she had Sam Cooke singing, to this last episode where James Brown was super bad, when Daddy Pope was entering, she kills it. She gets all the scenes up to a fever pitch with that music. We love it. Keep it coming. Now, I want to talk about all the awkward alliances in last week's episode. First, we got OPA, B613, and the White House all working together. Awkward. Then we got Charlie, Quinn, and Huck. Awkward and sometimes nasty, but we'll talk about that later. Next, we got Olivia and Melly. Awkward, right? And then we got Command and Other Command. Well, it's awkward, but they didn't really work together. Anyway, at the top of the thing, we got everybody all huddled together trying to work out how we gonna get Mama Pope and stop the bomb and all of that. A lot of confusion. Jake from State Farm. Jake's a hater. Y'all know I never liked him. I'm just going on record again as saying I am not Team Jake. I always thought Jake was shady and had a little something to hide, and now we figured it out. Underneath, he was just a hater on Command and a hater on Fitz. Still is. Jake, do you really think that's the way to a woman's heart, is to just say in front of her man that you slept with her the other night? Really? I don't think so. Rowan, Eli, brother from another planet, Joe Morton. Anyway, he said he wasn't going to work with Jake. Jake looked at Olivia. Daddy Pope looked at Olivia. Olivia said, "Let me talk to you, Jake." Jake tried to fill her up about how her daddy was just using her and whatever, but it didn't make no difference. Ding! Elevator going down, Jake. Anyway, it was all hands on deck, and everybody had a job to do, okay? One goal in mind: get Mama Pope, find the bomb, okay? We had assignments. Fitz and Side, their assignment was to go back to the White House where there was security, and Fitz could be safe. Because God knows OPA ain't got no security. We'll talk about that later too. Then Charlie, Quinn, and Huck, they were supposed to find Dominic Bell. That was his name. Too many names on this show. Except that Huck and Charlie, I like to call them Chuck. Get it? They having a who's is bigger contest. So Huck storms out. And 15 scandal minutes later, he comes back in, drops Dominic Bell. That's his name? Yeah. Drops Dominic Bell on the ground. Okay, well, Quinn is looking at him like, my hero. Anyway, she's really turned on. I saw it. Did y'all see it? Okay. Back at the White House, Fitz is staying put, like Liv said. Except he finds out that Senator Hightower had a heart attack and has died. Now there's going to be a funeral. Sally Langston's telling Leo, get me the eulogy, because she knows she can win some votes. And then Fitz say he got to do Cy tells Fitz, you got to do the eulogy because you can win some votes. Fitz said, well, I ain't going to try to be getting no votes at some man's funeral. Cy said, oh, yes, you will. So now we got competition for who going to get the eulogy. Okay? Anyway, Leo done found out that Melly ordered a paternity test on little Jerry and Fitz. So now he think something's up. We could just blow his campaign wide open. So he goes to the school where little Jerry goes to school and talk to some girl. Ooh, Melly in training. And she agrees to get little Jerry's DNA for an acceptance letter to Harvard. True to her word, she go back to the dorm. Her and Jerry's making out. She'll be like, do you have a condom? And next screen, she back at the steps to the tennis court with a brown paper lunch bag, handing it to Leo. She goes, don't forget. He goes, I know. Acceptance to Harvard. She says, and Yale. Little Melly on her way, ain't she? Y'all notice I'm drinking coffee this morning because last week's episode gave me a hangover. I don't know about you, but I couldn't take it. Anyway, Leo calls Eli and says, I got it. I got little Jerry's DNA. So now I need you to get the president's DNA. Eli says, okay, hangs up. Then he tells Liv, that was Leo Bergen. It's a DNA test happening at the White House. You need to go shut it down. Okay, so she's off to the White House to talk to Melly. Melly's drinking. Girl, do you love anything more than you love a drunk Melly? I mean, Bellamy Young, look at you. I saw you. Anyway, Melly's drinking. She's still mad because Fitz done took Andrew from her. And so Olivia asked her straight out, I know you ordered a paternity test. Which one of them kids is Andrew's? Or are they both Andrew's? That just sent Melly off. She said, I want him to burn. She wasn't talking about Andrew. She was talking about Fitz. I want to see his head in the fire. She said, I want his head in the fire and I want to see it. Wow. She said, 15 years I've been carrying this cross and I'm done. Big Jerry's not something I want to be nailed to anymore. Then she was like, I didn't mean to say that. And Liv was like, I know you probably didn't mean to say that, because what could that mean? Anyway, Melly looked at Liv and then she said, don't tell Fitz. You owe me. Really? You owe me, Melly? That's the best you could come up with? Back at OPA, Chuck, Charlie, and Huck are grilling Dominic and getting nowhere fast. So Eli takes Charlie's gun and he says, I'll do it. Olivia says, wait. This is my office. We don't do wet work here. Wet work, girl. She knew to say that. Anyway, Eli says, well, I just want to scare him. Did you believe that? Because I didn't. I knew Dominic was going to die. Anyway, now, this is the episode that is going to go double time fast. So I'm just going to have to go out on a limb and say we're going to have a part 2 to this. So just keep hanging in there. Anyway, Papa Pope plays Russian roulette with Dominic. And he gets Maya on the phone. And he says, I got your lover here. Blah, blah, blah. And then you hear click. And then she's talking and he's talking and click. She's talking, he's talking. He said, click. That's 3 clicks, just in case you didn't notice. And he's talking, and then he says, I'm going to kill him. And she goes, bye, Dominic, and hangs up the phone. Now everybody's on the other side of the door. Eli's in the room with Dominic by himself, and you hear click, click, bang. Okay, well, poor Dominic, I guess he got to get on back to General Hospital and be Jerry Jacks. But not before Eli told Abby to take one of the hairs off his head, and then he sent that hair to Leo like it was Fitz's hair. Part 2 in a minute.